All right, guys, welcome back. Now, this module, similar to the values module, is going to be one of the most important ones in this entire course. And a lot of guys that I've worked with, even a year later or 2 years later, they will share some of the concepts that they learned in this very module. So I really hope you enjoy. And this is about setting up a morning routine, but there is an underlying theme that is what I really want you to appreciate here. That underlying theme is this: it's filling your own cup first. It's filling your cup first so you can give to others. Most guys, when they come into a course like this, they find themselves quite exhausted, quite burnt out. They've been doing everything for what they feel is everything else, or by obligation for everything else. And they haven't felt like they were doing something for them. And we need to turn that on its head. And when you truly learn how to feed yourself, heal yourself, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever those categories are for you, when you truly learn how to give to yourself first, you feel better in your own body. You feel like you loved yourself. And because of that, because you feel better, you have more energy to do everything else. And so this is it's not just a technique, it's way more than that. It's a theme. And the morning routine is a technique to allow that to happen. But I want you first to just really deeply think about, have you been filling your own cup first? An analogy that Tony Robbins uses is, when the plane's going down, they don't say, pull the oxygen mask down and put it on your kid first. They don't say that, right? They always say, put it on you first, then you can help others. That's what we're doing, okay? We're going to design a specific way for you to look after yourself first. And again, my first question to you is, how much have you been doing that? How much are you giving to yourself guilt-free? When you really understand this concept, you'll see that we use it in a few different areas. One is in finances. The first person you pay is yourself. Now, as I said, we're going to teach this through the morning routine module. And effectively, if you zoom out, what the morning routine is going to have is an hour or so to yourself, where you get to do your stuff, the stuff that's important to you and that will make you feel good and accomplished and fulfilled and enriched every morning, and it's the first hour of every day. So that way you feel that no matter what, in the first hour of every day, no matter what happens for the rest of the day, in that first hour, you got yours first. And because you feel taken care of, it allows you to feel a lot more emotionally stable and emotionally full, so that when the other demands come, you are able to not feel like you're running on empty, and you've given so much that, and no one's really appreciating you. It's a common theme with guys, that they don't feel like they're being appreciated, especially in relationships. And one really big personal responsibility that we all have on ourselves is to take care of ourselves first, and not expect the world to take care of us for us, right? And if you do this right, you don't have to take care of yourself in some skimpy way. You richly take care of yourself, so you really truly feel like, wow, I'm good. Now for you, have a think about, firstly, before we get into the rest of this, have a think about, what actually would you love? And here's a nice question to think about. If you were on holiday, what are the things that you like to do when you're on holiday? So have a think about that right now, and maybe write down some notes. If you need to, pause this video. I can tell you, for me, ideally on holiday, I'd get to exercise. I'd get to go to the beach. I'd get to chill. Maybe I get to read. I get to spend time with Anna. I get to eat acai bowls, things like that, right? On holiday. Now, we maybe can't eat acai bowls every day. Maybe you can, right? Uh, so what we've got to do is, like, bring this into reason. And so for me, I can tell you, in my morning routine, I have time to read. I go to the gym. I have time to get ahead on reading that is important to me. When I even just do, and then I kind of like take time in the morning, just in that hour to overall relax and guilt-free relax without a rush. When I do that, I just feel like before the world needs my attention and before I have to do everything else, I feel like I've had a moment for me first. So I hope that's making sense. So have a think about for you what that morning routine could entail. But to further guide you, what I want to offer you is, I would say, probably one of the best general formats for a morning routine, which is done by someone called Robin Sharma in the book, The 5 a.m. Club. So the three components of a powerful morning routine: exercise, mindset, and growth. Now, have a think about for you what this would look like. But to me, a good morning routine, even if it's a 10-minute run to just get your heart beating and to pump you up and make you feel like you're in your body, you're out of your head and you're in your body, something like that. Maybe it's skipping. There are guys who they can't run for whatever reason. So they skip at home because they can't leave the house, or they cycle. For me, I was cycling because I had like bad back issues. Initially, I bought a exercise bike from Gumtree and I put it in my bedroom, and every morning I would use that thing. It was only $60. So doing that, it helped me just feel good, just get out of my head and into my body, make my heart pump. I was listening to music that I liked, made me feel good. For some guys, they do a cold shower as well, and maybe for you, you can incorporate a cold shower in this too. Now, I used to. Now, the mindset piece, this is different for everyone. What I can offer you is doing a gratitude meditation. A gratitude meditation where you just think about three things that you're grateful for. And in this course, I will give you a link to a one that I created for you, if you'd like that one. If not, there's various ones you can find on the internet. But a gratitude meditation, it's something to prime your mind about the goodness of this present moment. Now, by extension, if we work together, you'll find I will talk about affirmations and things like that, learnings to integrate, things which actually help you prime your mind for becoming the person you want to be. But that's the mindset one. And I'm going to give you even more examples in a second. The third thing is growth related. So if you're doing a course like this, it means that you actually do care about your personal growth more than most people. And so perhaps potentially for you, that's reading a book. Maybe for you, that is applying for those jobs. Maybe it's building your side business. Whatever you feel is helping you grow towards your goals. So that's what those three pockets mean. Now, by extension of that, as I said, maybe what you want to do is have an acai bowl after you do this, or before, or whatever. Maybe you want to spend extra time reading. Maybe you want to take some time to draw. Maybe that's what your growth or mindset category is. So what you want to do overall, the underlying theme that a lot of people miss, is that a morning routine is about you feeling like you've taken care of the things that are important to you first before you worry about the rest of the world. So why they say the 5 a.m. club is because typically if you wake at 5 a.m., no one else is awake and you won't be disturbed in doing it. So I know guys that who've done Fire Pit, who, to make their morning routine work, God bless, that they wake up at 4:30 in the morning. They wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I believe that this guy I'm thinking about, he wakes up. I think he does Wim Hof breathing, and then he goes straight into uh, an hour and a half or two. I feel like 2 hours, but I'll say an hour and a half of just deep work to get ahead with his job. Then I believe he has breakfast with his daughter, because then his daughter wakes up around that time, and that's important to him. And then he goes to the gym, and then he goes to work. So and at the gym, he listens to his mindset stuff. So another example of how it could be done. So let me make it real for you. This is from Robin Sharma, from the 5 a.m. Club, and he calls it the 20-20-20 formula, because he's saying, can you spend 20 minutes exercising, 20 minutes doing your mindset, which is the reflection, and then 20 minutes doing the growth activities, and then that way you're done in an hour. So that's his philosophy. And as you can see on this screen, he's given examples of what this could be. So where it says what, doing intense exercise, hydrate, breathing deeply. So that's like Wim Hof breathing. What in reflection is like journal, meditation, planning, praying, contemplating, just sitting and having time to think. Just having time to have a coffee for yourself. Like I used to have a morning routine where I would just take 20 minutes, just have a coffee, guilt-free. Growth, so reviewing goals, maybe work. So I would say working towards your goals, not just reviewing them. Reading, consuming audiobooks, podcasts, blah, blah, blah. So I hope this is making sense. What I really encourage you to do right now, and hopefully this is a really fun part of our course, take some time to think about what a good morning routine for you would look like. So I'll leave it with you, and I'll see you in the next module.